What is value creation? I define value creation as giving something valuable to receive something else that's more valuable to you. This definition is broad and captures both costs and benefits. Further, it applies to owners, customers, and employees. Business success comes from value creation for owners, customers, and employees. You get what you value when you provide value to others. Your business will only succeed if you provide great value to both your customers and to employees. Let's briefly look at what value creation means for owners, customers, and employees. First, let's start with owners. What's the purpose of your business? The purpose of a business is to serve the values of the owners. Its purpose is value creation for the owner. What is value to owners? Some would define it as profitability, cash flow, security, or freedom. Isn't it just profitability? It might be for shareholders of large businesses, but becomes less true for small businesses. For the many shareholders of a large business, their stock shares are just a component of their investment portfolio, and its only role is to enlarge their wealth. Value creation must be defined very broadly for small businesses because their owners define value in so many ways. You have the freedom to define value creation of your company based on your specific values. It may be how you can live out your values or achieve goals you couldn't do individually. You may want time or freedom. It may be your status or position in the community. Owners often have a deep devotion to employees and are willing to provide for them even if it means reduced profits. However, you only get value when you give value. Your company will only create value for the owners when it provides value to customers and employees. Let's talk about value to customers. At one extreme, you could create a product with high value to you, but customers don't see a need for it. You don't make sales, which means you don't create much value for you. For example, a business owner could create a high tech gadget at a steep price. It's a business failure if customers aren't willing to pay the price or don't see a need for the device. These owners aren't serving their customers and they aren't earning profits. They haven't created value. The other extreme provides value to customers but no value to owners. Owners do this when they provide their services or products at prices near or below their costs. The company is very busy making little profit or cash flow. This owner would need to find some other source of value to justify this. This may be viable if it's part of a larger pricing strategy that provides profits later. I've been asked many times to analyze a product or pricing strategy that the person knows will be very popular with customers. These products often devastate company profits. Financial analysis has proven many supposed great ideas to be earnings disasters. It's easy to be caught up in the excitement of a potentially great idea. Take time to challenge it and do the financial analysis on it. Now let's look at creating value for employees. You don't achieve your goals alone. You need the support of mentors, contractors, and employees. All but the smallest companies rely heavily on the support of their employees. Do employees feel value just having a job and getting a good paycheck? It's enough for getting their bodies to show up for work, but not their hearts and minds. They'll give the minimum when they're given the minimum. Effective employees want purpose, not just paychecks. You want employees that are internally motivated to provide value for your customers. Money is a weak motivator. In research done by Sylvia Hewitt, she found that both boomers and Gen Y found motivators like a great team and the ability to give back to society through work to be more important than money. What does creating value look like? Let's return to the starting diagram. Business success occurs when you provide value to customers and employees. They give back value to you. That's where these three circles intersect. You create more value in two ways. One, increase the value provided, and two, focus your efforts on activities that create value. The larger circles represent increased value. The circles overlap more because more activities are focused on creating value while those that don't create value are stopped. That's a powerful concept, and it's a pretty diagram. But what does it mean practically? It starts with deeply understanding what customers, employees, and owners value. You can increase value to customers by providing new products and services targeted at what they value. Focusing on value for customer means eliminating what doesn't provide value or reducing the investments in those items. You likely already provide large amounts of value to your employees. Make sure they are aware of everything you provide for them. Beyond money, build a workplace environment they value. Focusing on value to employees means trimming compensation and benefits they don't value and better matching employees to tasks that match their aptitudes. Increasing the value to others is how value increases to the company and its owner. As a small business owner, You can build a company that also meets your non financial needs like time, flexibility, freedom, and control. You can focus your company on these things that provide you value and have the freedom to drop those things that don't provide value. Many people think that creating value for owners means taking value from customers and employees. That's not true. Getting value comes from giving value. That's because owners, customers, and employees all want the same things. Owners, customers, and employees all want very similar things from your company. Your company is where three things are exchanged. They can be summarized in the three Ds: dreams, delight, and dollars. Let's look at each of these. Dreams are future aspirations. I know that can sound a little out there woo woo. Before you right off talk about purpose as impractical fluff, let me give you some concrete and practical examples of what I mean for an owner. Are you building this business to own for a long time, or are you maximizing value in the shorter term to prepare it for a sale? You do vastly different infrastructure investments and tax planning for those two options. Do you want to maximize your earnings, or do you want a company that gives you time and cash for pursuits outside the business? Do you want total control of your company, or do you want partners that can provide experience, cash, or other resources? All these options represent different aspirations: large future payouts for future cash needs like retirement, high current cash flow to enjoy life today, flexibility to take time off and enjoy life, security and control versus the chance for high growth. Every business must ask, what do the owners want, and then deliver on that. Companies that don't do that will either fail or be sold. Successful companies clarify what they must achieve and then execute on it. Why do customers buy your product or service? In an Inc. article titled The Hidden Reasons Why Customers Buy Your Products, Catlin Smith states, people make purchases that fit who they are, or who they aspire to be, or both. Who are your customers? Who do they want to be? Determine this, keep it in mind at all times. Carmen Gallo, author of Talk Like Ted, summarizes this as sell dreams, not products. Finally, employees want more than just pay, they want growth. Employer tuition reimbursement programs are a popular benefit. Employees develop skills to improve their earning potential. Their pride in their work and their company they work for influences their job satisfaction. Psychologist Frederick Herzberg, author of The Motivation to Work, notes that people seek gratification based on higher level psychological needs such as achievement, recognition, responsibility, advancement, and the nature of work itself. Things such as pay raises, working conditions, and job security are secondary. I'll show many survey results that back this up and provide more detail in later lessons. However, compensation and benefits also fulfill their future dreams. Many employers provide retirement accounts to fund their employees' hopes for retirement. The second D is delight. Delight refers to current satisfaction. Have you ever had an employee or customer that just sucked the life out of you? There was a part of you that cringed every time you saw them. Dealing with them was exhausting. On the other hand, think of the customers or coworkers that you love to work with. Think of the laughs you've had together, or think of the time you went to a restaurant where the food was incredible and the service was fantastic. This is delight. For owners, delight means enjoying working with your customers and coworkers. For customers, it means transactions that are easy and enjoyable. If you provide a product, they're pleased with the quality of what you provided. For employees, work is challenging but not overwhelming. They enjoy working with their customers and coworkers. They have a safe and pleasant workspace. The final D is dollars. The third D can be summarized by three Ps: profitability, price, and pay. Owners want the company to be profitable to fund growth or provide cash flow to their family. Let's face it, a profitable company is way less stressful than an unprofitable one, so maybe profitability relates to delight. Customers want a fair price. You don't have to be the lowest price. They want to feel like they received something that was worth the money they paid. Employees want pay. Yes, I talked earlier about how pay isn't as important as many employers think, but it's still important. Once again, employee satisfaction is based on whether they feel like they're being paid fairly. That fairness is usually determined by what their coworkers are paid or the salaries they see posted on job sites. Yes, they are looking at job sites, especially if they aren't completely satisfied working for you. Let's put this all together. Here's an infographic that summarizes what I've talked about over the last two videos and how they all fit together. I've also included this as a PDF document in your course materials. You will identify what each group values for your specific business. You'll fill out your understanding of what customers and employees want in a set of worksheets. Now that you understand how value is created for three groups across 3Ds, we're ready to get to work. In the next section, we'll start by clarifying what owners value.